folks, and welcome back to the end of the season. I asked you yesterday's episode, do you want to see the Leyton Orient games and the last two games, or do you want me to play in the middle of that? And well, because we had no FA Trophy successes, that is what we're doing. Leyton Orient and failed to come today, and got some good news to kick things off. We're in the playoffs. No need to worry, really. Last time out, then, it was Merthyr Town, and Dulwich Hamlet. And after those two games, things went okay, actually. Winning the FA Trophy, I thought we could probably be progressing that, but it wasn't to be. Draw against Torquay, wins against Scunthorpe and St Albans. We then went out of the FA Trophy. Main Road beat us 4-3. Eastleigh was an easy 3-0 win. But then two again, back-to-back defeats in the league, Accrington and Main Road. But then a nice run of form. 3-2-1s and a 6-0 against Darlington. The highlight, really, of a really good match. Ben Cousins getting a couple in that game as well. And so far so good, although we have had a bit of an incident. And that incident being that in one game we had Bright and Owusu both get injured. Now, of course, you remember both players weren't available for portions of the playoffs last season. Bright will miss the playoffs again, I think. Broken ribs for him, 3 to 6 weeks out, and I mean, he won't be there. That now makes me happy that we brought Josh Taylor in, as he's a pretty good replacement. And Owusu, who of course was suspended last time, got himself a twisted ankle. He's been out for a few weeks. He should be back for the key matches though, and with 35 and 42, an identical record to last year in terms of goals and games played. Hopefully he'll be back for those latter games in the playoffs. I think we probably need him. Although that said, when you've got Pat Rogers, Roy Nelson and Ben Cousins to rely upon, it's nowhere near as big a deal as it was last season. So then, 2 games to go, and you can see then we are in second position in the league. Any points today will be very, very helpful indeed, although it looks as if we'll finish second or third this season, which means we go straight into the semi-finals of the playoffs and things move a little bit quicker. Carlisle have run away with it, and we need to get 10 points from these last 2 games, which is not physically possible. Let's get into playing Leyton Orient. So team-wise for this one, we're going Fitzpatrick in goal, Ashley Moult, Murray Holness and Hogan. Hogan, not a player on our team. Morgan, it's similar, not too far away. Harris to play just in front, Doherty and Foster. That midfield three have been an absolute force this year. We talk a lot about the goal scorers and the strikers, but those three really have been sensational. Taylor comes in, of course, for Bright then, and Nelson and Cousins up top. Roy Nelson's going to get the start today. Last 2 games, 2 goals for him, so we're going to give him a bit more of a chance. And Pat Rogers on the bench, not a bad player to have on the bench in any circumstance. Okay then, here we go. Leyton Orient away from home, and I just want to end the season pretty well. And then obviously next episode, playoff time. Right then, they are playing a 4-3-3 system, and, well, I think that suits us, actually. There's going to be space in the middle for us to play. Okay, then, we're in the blue and white, they're in the red and black, and I guess we'll see. Leyton Orient in 9th position, still a slim chance at the playoffs, still fighting for it, as we get a free kick very early on. We are 90 seconds in. It would be a good time to score, as it goes out to Roddy on that side, plays it back across to Bauer, and, well, first chance of the game, and they go close. It's weird to see this team with Bright, no Owusu. It's a slightly different look, isn't it, really? I wonder who the longest... Actually, who is the longest sort of current member? I guess Stevie Foster, right? And then after that, everyone's relatively new. Ball over the top, though, and Cousins finds himself maybe in on goal. Typical angle, can't find the finish. He's not played that much since he's come in. He's not really been massively relied upon, but he did get a couple of goals in that 6-0 win. So if he can carry that form on, we could be laughing as the ball's cleared out to Cousins. Who turns on it, gets tackled, and we get a little bit fortunate. Ashley Moult plays it away, but I think that's highlight over. Actually, the same highlight continues as Bauer gets in behind, shot comes in, Fitzpatrick with a decent save. On Fitzpatrick, actually, not as many clean sheets this year, not even close. And Leyton Orient now forward with it. Smith, ball played into the middle, Ruddy's there, and Ruddy finds the back of the net. And Leyton Orient take a shock lead? We're going to go to the counter-attack, we're the away side. So maybe allowing them to press a little bit and trying to hit them on the break with our pace up front, not the worst idea, but not a bad finish. You can see here, Hollis on this side, plays it forward to Smith. The cross in is very good. We're the wrong side, really. The positioning early on, not the best, so he's got a little bit of space as Ruddy, and he puts it in. As I say, Leyton Orient fighting for a playoff spot. They're not going to get a playoff spot, as there's a little bit of mayhem going on back there. As we win it back, Nelson into Cousins. Oh, he's got to be finishing that. Half-time is here then, 1-0. To Orient, and we've got a bit of a job to do in the second half. We might have to see the introduction of Pat Rogers. I think I assertively say, show me something else. And I'm going to try something with no Bright in the lineup. I'm going to see how Foster does in this more advanced area. Bring Grayson into the side, swap him and Doherty around, as I think it'd be a little bit more preferred it is. And then Rogers, we'll save him for now, but Cousins is under threat. In fact, we'll swap those 2 rounds, see if it makes any difference. Stevie Foster might be my wild card in that advanced playmaker role. I do quite like Taylor, who plays in there for me at the moment, but I don't know, Stevie Foster, he's been around a bit. He knows the team, he knows the game, and his passing ability is very good. As is his first touch. His ability to trap the ball and then set another attack going or plan it out wide is pivotal. Right, ball play down the line. Ashley Malt deals with that pretty successfully. Launches it at Fitzpatrick. That was hit with some force as a Holness now. This is a bit tricky for us to get it out. We do eventually. Nelson goes to try and meet it. Doesn't connect with it first. And it gives Orient a chance to maybe get a second in the game. But some decent defending. Although we've given it away again. Poor from us, really. As Bauer, ball back across. Roddy's there. Headed clear. We've not been at our best at all today. Right now, plays it to this left-hand side. McClintock plays it in. Smith's there, heads it back across. I mean, defensively, you don't see many defensive highlights, but we've done all right eventually. We've given a penalty away. We've given a penalty away. Seemed needless. Hurley steps up, and that's an annoying way to concede a penalty. I'll show you the incident, because that's sort of... I said we were defensively looking pretty good, and then the next thing that comes out of my mouth is, I mean, as Fitzpatrick tripped up there, so much incident has just occurred. So this is the penalty, folks, as it's played over the top. Yeah, that clear penalty. Sorry, I just need to see that again. Just when you think today's going to be a nice, simple episode. Just when you think. So just watch that incident on the far side, because obviously this is a clear penalty. Ah, yeah, good point. Ridiculous. And then the penalty itself, Fitzpatrick there doing some jumping up and down. His arms are waggling, and then he seems to just go to catch it, and it just goes in the what, a 2-0. Not our best work in this game, is it? Not our best work. I mean, Cousins having a bit of a shock here. It's a little bit late to bring Pat Rogers on now, but we may as well. And the Stevie Foster moving slightly further forward experiment isn't going to plan, as Harris finds Doherty, who I will say loves a long-range effort. Foster, though, not so much. If I polled where Doherty scores his goals from, you've not actually seen too many videos, but this area here, I mean, that would have been a lovely time for him to score. The amount of times he's done that and scored is getting ridiculous. I would say it's probably 5 or 6, which, I mean, that's still quite a lot in my book. Well, this has been entirely underwhelming. The amount of people that wrote Leighton Orient in the comment section of the last video, they were keen for this today, and... well, we've not delivered. Luckily, there's one more game to secure second position. Now, in theory, second position is the better place to finish. I think you get a slightly easier draw, maybe. Only slightly. The best bit is we can't play Carlisle because they've won the league with over 100 points. File coming up, though, in a week's time, and I'll see you for it. Just looking at the league table. And this is a huge swing in goals. We will be finishing second. Okay, folks, welcome back to episode... it's the same episode, Ben. Remember where you are. Game 2. It's game 2. The only one switch we're going to make is Pat Rogers is going to come in instead of the main man, Roy Nelson, who actually I'm going to put on the bench instead of my goalkeeper. I always get confused by that. Fitzpatrick in goal, then Ashley Malt, Murray, Holness, and Morgan. Harris are playing behind. You know the team. Rogers is the only change. I've been through this. I want to see a little bit more from Ben Cousins. He's actually declined a little bit in attributes, but anticipation's going up. So every cloud. They're playing 4-4-2. We're going to win 3-0. I just 4-4-2 and me, I like it. I don't rate it very much against the Diamond with the players that I have at my disposal. That's all I'm saying. If I lose this, it's going to be somewhat embarrassing, isn't it? We've scored over 100 goals, though. That's quite impressive. 101 goals this season. Owusu deserves a bit of the credit as we go 1-0 up. Holness with the finish, and even away from home, we look good. What we're going to do today as well is I'm going to play through the first section of the playoffs. I'm actually not going to play in a playoff game, but I do want to see who we're playing. So we will progress a little bit further beyond these 2 matches. If they score, it's going to really ruin my whole 3-0 thing. As we get it away, Stevie Foster now plays a lovely searching ball out to Rogers. I said lovely and searching. It was neither really, as Taylor can't get a grip on it, and the ball's launched forward again. And no one's really got control over this. They're just lumping it into the middle. We're knocking it back with ease. And finally now, Harris nabs it off them, finds Rogers, and the ball over the top could be dangerous. Cousins, here we go. He's on a booking. Can he get himself a goal? My goodness me, yes he can. Smashes it into the back of the net. 15 minutes gone. File 0, Thames 2. I've said 3-0. Recent game won 6-0. So... could be even better than that. 95 points, by the way. I mean, I bet that wins you the title quite often, but not against this Carlisle team. Oh no, they're devilish. Rogers has got it on the edge as he plays it inside to Taylor. Rogers again. And with 33 minutes gone, there could well be another opportunity for us. We've got a lot of time to pick where we're going to go with this attack as Holness goes straight over the top into Cousins. Can he make it 3? He can. Smashes it into the back of the net. Ben Cousins finding a little bit of form at the perfect time. That's where we brought him in to score big goals. And this is going to definitely secure our spot in second position. I think it was secure already. But it can put us in good form going into that final couple of playoff games this season. Hopefully, I say couple. Hopefully it's a couple. We all know it happened last time. Cousins there, though. Easily puts it into the goal. And Thames, I think, is it 1 already? It's 3-0. I said it would be. Morgan wins it back brilliantly. Doherty, Harris. I want to try and give the midfield a little bit more props as they work it in these deeper areas. Doherty plays it back into Taylor. Stevie Foster makes himself available. Cousins in for the hat-trick. Oh, my word, it should have been. He got himself booked after 2 minutes, Ben Cousins did. I don't know what he did. Cousins is on it again. Plays it back inside to Harris. And there's so many options for him. The movement off the ball is fantastic. Taylor into Foster. Rodgers, 4-0. This could be double digits. We got a little bit fortunate in the build-up of that goal, but I don't care. You can see Harris dictating from these deeper areas. Even though he's not a playmaker, he seems to playmake for us in the centre. That ball there, a little bit lucky. Rodgers, though, on his right foot, his weaker right foot, where it must be added, finds the back of the net, taps his head there because he's patting it. He's pat Rodgers. Oh my. I made that reference very early on into his Thames career, but he's pat Rodgers. It works. That's what he was doing. Unbelievable scenes as Cousins can make this 5 here. Ball back across. Rodgers is there. It's a penalty. It's 5-0 before half time if we score this. Now, Cousins is on for the hat-trick, I think, but he's not going to get... Oh, he is going to get it. Number 25. Sorry, I got confused there. Cousins for the hat-trick and 5-0 Thames. Sorry, is that... No, sorry, it's just a chance, not a penalty at all. Definitely didn't miss it. Definitely didn't destroy his morale. All right, a good first half performance, I think you'll agree. 4-0 to the Goods. If we can do this... Oh, this is without Owusu and Bright, remember. Bear that in mind. 2 of the major players not involved today, and we still look very good. I mean, Taylor having little impact. It's been really about the deeper midfield players and the front 2 getting in behind, but... We'll take it. And Holness at the back, having a superb game, assistant and a goal to his name, and a clean sheet currently. I bet he's loving life. They could be in here. Stones Brooksby, surely not. Plays it back across. I mean, it's not a very good cross, I'll say that much, as it's cleared eventually, and we look good for it. No way. Oh, God. What happened in the last game? You know, credit the defence. Concede immediately. 4-1's fine, though. I'm happy with 4-1. Taylor races through. Can he get a goal in? No, he can't. Can he get a goal in? Is it technically a goal in or a shot in? One of those. Harris has got a corner to Doherty. Can he do it this time? He loves it. It finds Taylor, finds Cousins. There could be another goal for us here. Oh, hit the bar. 60% possession. This control fluid system this season has been, I dare say, a bit of a revelation, folks, as they just about get that away. Actually, they did rather well there. I wasn't expecting that. And Stones Brooksby goes forward again. He got their goal, remember. If they come back here, then... That's not particularly good for the playoff, is it? The old playoffs that are coming up. Rowley goes forward, and we've given away a penalty. Holness did it, so his morale shot now as well. Penalty fever. Now, there's already been a penalty missed at this end. Maybe the spot's faulty. Well, there you are. Look, there you are. Fitzpatrick might get above a 6.9 now. That'd be good. I love that. It's like the game's gone, oh, these players are on a bit of a good game. Let's mess it up for them. Miss a penalty, give one away. Not fair. 15 minutes left to go. We're going to bring Owusu on just for the fitness purposes. Cousins is going to go off, and Joe Grayson is going to come on for Stevie Foster, who I want to play in the playoffs, so I don't want him injured now, for example. The question is, who will we play in the playoffs? As some decent saves there. Was that all right? Hartlepool, Lincoln, Dulwich Hamlet, Walsall and Main Road look to be joining me. So it'll be one of them. Hartlepool, of course, will be a potential final if we get them. Although them and Lincoln can still switch round with these sort of latter stages coming to a close. Essentially, viewers, what I'm saying is I don't know. And there we are then, it's all over. Final 1, Thames 4. After the disappointment in the first game, a far better performance in the second, and hopefully sets us up nicely for tomorrow, which will be a playoff semi-final, and who knows, it could be more. Right, then it's the Wednesday in which they play their first games. We get a week before our next one, which is good. I don't have to rest anybody because of that. And let's see then, who will we face? That'll be revealed in just a moment. So we'll play Lincoln or Main Road. Now, Main Road, you've seen the season, of course, there's a couple of problems. Lincoln, on the other hand, finished slightly higher in the division, so there's not really a good tie out of the two of them. So there it is then. Lincoln City will be our semi-final opponents. I don't know who's in the other tie. Let's take a look at that as well. So it's Hartlepool versus Dulwich Hamlet, which I've got to be honest, either of those two I kind of fancy. Lincoln win on penalties against Main Road. And what was our record against Lincoln this season? So we've played them twice and beaten them 2-1 on both occasions, which is pretty good news, I guess. It's a one-off game in the semi-finals, and I look forward to it, and hopefully you'll join me for it tomorrow at 5 PM. If you enjoyed today's video, of course, do leave a like. If you want to see some more, subscribe to the channel, and we'll love with care for until next time. Goodbye. Shout out to Dylan for supporting on Patreon, and shout out to everyone else. Have a good week, everyone. See you soon.